Surrounded by many people, this former magnificent building is growing lonely downtown. This place is an unusual example for postmodern architecture and unique in whole Eastern Germany. A community center of superlatives has been developed under the ground many years ago. Citizens met here for bowling and other leisure activities, and they finally had a shining counterpoint against dreariness and decay. Built during the time of the former German Democratic Republic, this house was considered to be a sudden desire for change, but over the last few years it slid into obscurity. Today, the area is rotting away. So it's up to urban explorers like us to bear the symbol for secret resistance in remembrance. Only in exceptional cases you can find a loophole that serves as a gateway to this special place. This time, we needed the help of a local urban explorer to find our way in. He brought a rope along. Due to the fact that most parts of this facility are running underground, we had to climb down at first. And there we were, in the middle of a subterranean bowling alley. Shielded from the outside world, we no longer heard any sounds coming from the surface, although we were only a couple feet under a major street. There were 14 bowling alleys in total, distributed over multiple levels. Around 80 people could play here at once. Dishes and beverages were available at several bars. Unfortunately, we found no traces of the billiard tables, which were located here in the past. But we discovered tanning beds and pieces of sports equipment. That was part of a former gym. Even this health club was one of a kind in the whole GDR. Shortly before the downfall of the German Democratic Republic, this bowling center was built. It's said that it even was in illegal construction. An old electrical substation from the 1920s was converted into a modern place of enjoyment. But back then, there basically wasn't any money or material left for public structures. And yet, an exceptional building was constructed and was lavishly furnished in addition. A roof made of glass, oak parquet and marble testified an unusual high standard. The interior was a reminiscent of Western casinos, like the ones in Las Vegas. The government in Berlin probably would have never allowed something like that in the first place. But they didn't hear about the bowling center until the opening.
Steht, wir wollen nicht, dass sie, ach nee, hier auf aufwendige Elektronik haben wir bewusst verzichtet. Wir wollen nicht, dass sie sich perfekten leblosen Computersystem gegenüberstehen.
The townspeople were excited and loved to come here and play some rounds of bowling in the subterranean halls. It was a welcome change from everyday life in the GDR. During a 15-hour opening time, over 2,000 visitors were playing here per day. But only for 10 years. In 1987, the bowling center was opened, and in 1997, it was already closed down. The clever architects made sure that this place remained a community center for regular people and didn't become one for the high-ranking party members. All the bowling alleys here didn't conform to the norm because they were simply too short. That's the reason why party leaders didn't claim the site for themselves and left it to the citizens. It's amazing to see how deep the structure is extending into the underground. Meanwhile, we reach the 4th basement level. Down here, we discovered some odd machines, the use of which wasn't revealed to us. And there is even power. A pump prevents the basement from flooding. The future of this history charged building is unknown. On the one hand, the bowling center is located in a prominent location, but on the other hand, the costs for potential investors are extraordinarily high. It's highly unlikely that this magnificent building will awake from its slumber anytime soon. But to those who know the history of this place, it's a memorial. A memorial for protest and for hope. And it's that what should be remembered. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. If you want to see more underground explorations, you should watch the displayed episode. Literally only a few meters next to the site from this video, we found a massive subterranean cellar vault under the city center. You shouldn't miss that one.